All right. So before PKP, I give you revision questions. 4 sets of question, and then one sample question, sample exam question, and also after mock test, I give you exercise. So for today, we will go into answering question related to gearing. Okay. And tomorrow, if we have enough time, we will go into translational mechanics and also some partial fraction or inverse Laplace transform. Okay, so we go to revision question number 3. Okay, so in this question, figure shows a gearing system. Determine the number of degree of freedom of the system, and then reflect the impedance to shaft 1 as destination. So basically, the question asks you to reflect impedance to from here. This is the destination to this section, this shaft. This is the shaft number 1. And then question B, draw the free body diagram and write the equation of motion. And lastly, determine the transfer function θ1 over t. So before that, we will answer question 1. Okay. So so to determine the number of degree of freedom, basically you hold one of the shaft. Okay, so you hold one of the shaft and see whether the other shaft can move or not. Okay. So in this example, if you hold this shaft number 1 here, so when you hold this, basically this section will be unable to move. Okay, because when you hold this shaft, then this gear will stop moving. When this gear stop moving, gear number 2 and 2 also stop moving. Okay, so this whole section here will be fixed. Okay, so it becomes like a wall. So you can maybe you can redraw something like this. Okay, when you fix this section, so it becomes.
Sir, nak tanya boleh sir?
Boleh.
Sir, baru start sir?
Baru start.
Oh, terkejut saya sebab tiba-tiba question 3 terkejut saya. Sorry sir.
Tak apa, sebab hari ni untuk section 3 kita discuss gear dulu.
Okay sir, okay.
Sebab gear susah sikit.
Sorry ganggu sir.
Tak apa. Ada soalan,
ada
susah
soalan.
Gear susah sikit.
Okay sir.
Okay, sebab gear susah, so kita discuss gear dulu. Yang pasal translation mechanics tu senang lah. Okay.
Okay sir.
Okay, so when you hold this shaft, then this whole section becomes fixed. Okay, or we can represent it by wall. Okay, so when it becomes wall, then you will see that it becomes a single degree of freedom system. Okay, so this section here is 1 degree of freedom. Okay, so this is 1 degree of freedom. And then what happens if we, let's say we hold this shaft. Okay, so now we hold this shaft and see whether is there any movement or not. Okay, so when you hold this shaft, then your system will become wall, and then spring, and then gears, shaft. Okay, because when you hold this shaft, it will not affect the gear because you have spring here. Okay, this spring allows movement, meaning that if you fix this section still can move even though this part is fixed. Okay, so when you fix this part, then you see that this becomes another degree of freedom. Okay, so another degree of freedom, 1 DOF. Okay, so here another degree of freedom, so 1 DOF. Okay, so when you fix this section, you got 1 degree of freedom. When you fix this section, you got another degree of freedom. So this system has 2 degree of freedoms. Okay. So after you identify the number degree of freedom, then you can reflect the impedance and redraw the system. Okay. Okay, so first the question asks you to reflect the impedance from this section to this section. So this is your destination and this is your source.
Yang saya umumkan hari ini mungkin
Okay.
kita lain saya akan umumkan
Tutup mic.
okey.
Benar menteri, benar menteri.
Tapi dunia 412
Tutup mic.
Aduh.
Amin. Tutup mic. Pandai pun. Okay, so first you need to transfer the spring. Okay. So here is your shaft 1. So this is 1 kg meter square torque and theta 1. Okay, so first sorry, okay.
Lupa sir, macam mana nak determine dia punya mana satu destination, mana satu source ah?
Okay, so soalan ni dia dah bagi. Soalan ni dia bagi tahu kat mana destination. Tapi usually kita kena tengok apa dia nak suruh cari. So let's say question C ni dia suruh cari theta 1 over T. Okay, theta 1 over T. So theta 1 dekat sini kan? Dekat section ni. Alamak. Mana tadi ni kot. Okay, so theta 1 dekat sini. Okay, so theta 1 sini maksudnya kita nak mudahkan analisis. Basically transfer semua ke kawasan ni lah. Okay. So this one becomes your destination. Okay. So you need to identify where is your theta. So that's the theta, the location of theta is your destination. Okay. Okay, so when you first you transfer the spring. Tutup mic. Okay, so first we need to determine the effective spring. Okay, effective spring constant. So 100 times n destination divided by n source square. Okay, so equals 100 times 10 over 100 square. So you get 1, okay, 1 kg 1 Newton meter per radian. Okay, so when you transfer the spring, then you draw spring here. Okay. So the spring has a constant Ke. And then next you transfer the inertia of this shaft. Okay, you transfer over there. So you can calculate the effective inertia. So Je equals 100 times gear destination over gear source squared. So you'll get 1 kg meter square. Okay. So to transfer the this impedance of this shaft, so you cannot add to this shaft because this shaft is before this spring. Okay. So you need to put the inertia after the spring. Okay. JE here. Okay. And then the last one is the damper. So transfer the damper. So effective damping equals the same formula. So you get 1 Newton meter second per radian. So the damper will be on this side, okay? Okay, boleh faham setakat ni? So whenever you have a spring or damper right after gear or gears, you must transfer them and let's say for example, if you have a shaft after that spring, so this shaft after you transfer, you cannot add with the shaft on the destination, okay? Because it represents another degree of freedom. If you add this to this shaft, if you add JE to this 1 kg meter square, then you are saying that this shaft has the same degree of freedom with this shaft, while in fact it's not the same degree of freedom. So you need to transfer transfer it and then draw separately, separate from this shaft. So let's say if you don't have this spring, okay, if you don't have this spring, then you can transfer this impedance of this shaft and then just add to this one. Okay, so let's say this is J1, this is J2. So effective J is J1 plus J2 times N1 over N2 square. But since this question has spring in between, so you need to transfer them separately, okay? Okay, any question? Okay, so after you calculate the effective impedance, then you can analyze the system as usual, okay, for a rotational system without gears. So we can draw the free body diagram. So before we draw, we put a degree of freedom here. So let's say we put as theta E, for example. Okay. So we got theta 1 here. And because this section has no theta, no theta given, so you put a dummy theta. So we put theta E. So we draw the free body diagram for this section first. So so we look at the components or elements that are connected to the shaft. So here we got only spring, okay? So we have a counterclockwise force by the spring. So KE theta 1. And then on the shaft, we also have a torque. Okay. So torque will be clockwise, okay, or in the direction of theta 1. So torque. And then another one is the inertial effect. Okay. So inertial effect will be counterclockwise. So 1 times theta 1 double dot, or simply theta 1 double dot. And then KE is also connected with theta E. So we have another force clockwise from theta E. So KE, theta E. Right. Now we can draw the free body diagram for the second shaft. So on the second shaft, you have spring KE and damper DE. So two forces counterclockwise. So KE, theta E.
Sir, tadi yang theta double dot tu dia apa sir tadi? Theta double dot double dot pula. Double dot. Double dot tu
Ni inertia.
oh ini sir. Okay sir. Thank you.
Okay, so KE theta E, and then another one is DE theta E dot. And we have another force, which is from spring KE due to theta 1. Okay, so this force is clockwise. So KE theta 1. Okay, one more force from the inertia. Okay, sorry, JE theta E double dot. Then from here you can write the equation of motions. Okay, so we write for this one first. So we got theta 1 double dot plus KE theta 1. Okay, since KE equals 1, so kita boleh buanglah KE. Okay? So theta 1 minus theta E equals T. And then for this shaft, we have theta E plus theta E dot plus theta E minus theta 1 equals 0. Okay, so all KE, DE, JE equals 1. So we can ignore, okay? Just replace, okay? And after you write this in terms of equation of motion, then you can write in terms of frequency or using Laplace transform. So here you have s squared plus 1 theta 1 minus theta E equals T. And here you have s squared plus s plus 1 theta E minus theta 1 equals 0. And then you can arrange them in matrix. Okay. And your question requires you to find theta 1 over t. Okay. So we go back to the matrix. So theta 1, basically you are required to find theta 1. Okay. So you can use Cramer's rule. Okay, so theta 1 equals the determinant of this matrix, but you replace this column with this column. So you get T0 minus 1 S square plus S plus 1 divided by the determinant of this matrix without replacing anything. Okay. So you get S square plus 1 minus 1 minus 1 plus S plus 1. Then you can simplify. So the top one you get T okay. Then just rearrange theta 1 over t. Theta 1 over t equals okay. So you can simplify this or you can leave like this. It's okay. But you must make sure in the end you write theta 1 over t equals something. Okay. Okay, selesai question 3. Any question?
So boleh tak scroll atas sikit? Saya tertinggal sikit. Sikit lagi, sikit lagi, sikit lagi, sikit lagi. Ya. Sini saya. Okay, okay. Bawa sikit saya. Sikit lagi saya. Bawa sikit. Tidak. Okay, so serius tu. T1 S square plus 1 theta 1 theta E itu S square plus S 1 theta E. Okay, sir.
Okay. Kalau ada soalan boleh tanya ataupun dekat chat. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Kalau malu ke, rasa suara seksi ke, tanya kat chat.
Senang, sir. Cek.
Senang. Tengok test nanti. Okay. Okay, so we go to question number 4. Okay, jap. Okay, question number 4. So given the rotational system shown in figure P2.24, find the transfer function theta 6 over theta 1. So theta 6 dekat sini. Okay. So theta 6 ini means that you define this section as the destination. Okay. It's easier than you transfer everything to theta 1. Okay. So if you define this as destination, you only transfer a few things only. Okay. So first, let's see how we can transfer the impedance from this section to this section. Okay. So first thing is we look at the J or the inertia J. So this gear we have J1. Gear number 2 we have J2, gear 3 J3, and gear 4 J4. So the first thing you can see is J4 is located on the last gear or the gear number 4, and it's on the same line with J5. So there is nothing in between J4 and J5. So meaning that you can add J4 to J5 straight away. Okay. So the first effective J is J5 plus J4. Okay, that's the first one. So the second one is J3. So J3 is located on gear N3. So you need to transfer the impedance by multiplying with N4, the gear on destination, divided by gear on the source squared. Okay, after you transfer, then you can add to J5. So you have J3 times N4 over N3 square. And then the next one is J2. So J2 is on the same line with J3. So you only need to transfer the impedance by multiplying with N4 divided by N3 square. Okay. So you don't need to multiply with N2 over N1 because it's already on this section. So you plus J2 N4 over N3 square. And then lastly is J1 here. Okay, so J1 is located on N1. So you need to transfer the impedance by multiplying with N2 over N1 square. And then when you multiply with N2 over N1 square, it will be on this section. So you need to transfer one more so that it will be on this section. So you need to multiply with N4 over N3 square. Okay, so you plus J1 over N2 over N1 square plus times N4 over N3 square. Okay. So you already transfer everything to J5. Okay. So we settle for the JE. Now we transfer the D. Okay. So we have D on N1, D on N2, and D on N4. So DE equals. Okay, so the first D is here. So you don't need to multiply with gear ratio. Okay. So the effective D becomes D plus. Okay. So it's this D. Okay. Ada orang masak. second D is this one. So this D is on N2. So you need to multiply with N4 over N3 square. Okay. So you add D N4 over N3 square. Buruknya tulisan. Okay, and then you plus one more D, which is this one. Okay, D on N1. So D on N1 you multiply with N2 over N1 square times N4 over N3 square. So D N2 over N1 square N4 over N3. Okay.
Tadi saya kata kenapa yang D yang dekat J6 tu tak tambah lagi? Sebab dia sama sir.
Kat J6.
D.
D dekat mana? Dekat ni. Sini.
Ah.
Okay, so D dekat sini dia dia milik bersama J5 and J6, okay? Dia shared by J5 and J6. But this D is only for J5 only. It's not connected with J6, okay?
Okay.
So bila transfer dia tak boleh tambah dekat D ni. Sebab D ni hanya untuk J6, okay? J6 dan J5 dia kongsi, dia share. Okay, yang D ni pula, D ni hanya untuk J6 saja. Dia tak sambung dengan J5. So dia akan effect pada J6 saja. Dia tak affect J5. So D yang ni dekat N1, D dekat N2 and D dekat N4, all of this are affecting J5 only. Sebab dia sebelum J5. Tetapi D ni
yang
teruskan.
Yang DE tu untuk sebelum DE ni kita cari untuk sebelum J5 rasa.
Sebab kita ada gear kat sini. So bila ada gear kita kena transfer all the impedance so that we can remove the gears, okay? Tujuan transfer impedance ni sebab kita nak remove the gears. Kalau ada gear dia jadi kena darab dengan gearing lah. So kita transfer dulu, ringkaskan dia punya sistem dia, okay?
Okay sir.
Okay, the last one is KE, okay, KE. So since here we have spring here. So this spring is only affecting J5. Okay, it's not affecting J6 sebab tak connect pun dengan J6. Okay, dia connect dengan J5 je. Dia connect through gears, okay? K1 is connected to J5 through gears, but it's not connected to J6. So to transfer this, basically you multiply with N4 over N3 square, okay? So KE is K1 times N4 over N3 square. Okay, so bila dah transfer semua, kita boleh redraw the system. So kita ada damper tadi, DE, and spring, KE. And then this one is connected to shaft, JE. And then barulah ada damper D, spring K2. So ni yang dari sini. And then connected with shaft J6. And then another damper D. Okay. So on J6 we have the torque. And we have theta 6. Okay, so theta 1 pula kita lupa nak transfer tadi. So theta 1 is here. So we need to bring theta 1 to this destination, okay? So to bring theta 1, basically, let's say we name it as theta E. So theta E equals theta 1 times N1 over N2 and then times n3 over n4. Okay, so you get theta E over here. Okay.
Sir, kenapa M1 over N2 sir?
Okay, untuk theta dia reverse, dia terbalik.
Oh, okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. And then when you get this reduced system, then you can draw the free body diagram for this system and then determine the transfer function. So we try to draw the free body diagram first. So we draw the free body diagram for theta E. So on JE, you have DE, KE, D, and K2. Okay, so there are 4 elements. Okay, so all of this will produce forces counterclockwise. So first you have DE theta E. Oh, sorry, DE theta E dot. Second one is KE theta E. Third one is D theta E dot. And last one is K2 theta E. And also the inertia. Okay, so JE theta E double dot. And then this damper and this spring is also connected with theta 6. So 2 forces in clockwise direction. So first is D theta 6 dot. And second one is K2 theta 6. Okay. Okay, now we draw the free body diagram for J6. So on J6, you have damper D, spring K2, and damper D, another damper D. So 3 forces in counterclockwise direction. So first is D theta 6 dot. Second one is K2 theta 6. And third one is D theta 6 dot. And then the inertia J6 theta 6 double dot. Okay, so on J6 you have torque. So the torque will be clockwise. And then the damper D and spring K2 is also connected with theta E. So you have 2 more forces clockwise. So first is D theta E dot. And then K2 theta E. Okay.
Sir.
Yeah.
D yang belakang ni kena sir?
D ni.
Ah.
D ni dekat ni lah D theta 6 ni.
Di depan?
Di depannya ni, di theta 6-nya ni.
Oh. Okay, okay.
Okay. Okay, after that, you can write in terms of equation of motion. So we write for this one first. So you have JE theta E double dot plus DE plus D theta E plus KE plus K2 theta E. And then minus D theta 6 dot plus K2 theta 6. Okay, equal 0. And then you write for this one, for this free body diagram. So you have J6 theta 6 double dot plus 2D theta 6 plus K2 theta 6 minus D theta E dot plus K2 theta E equals D. Okay, after you write the equation of motion, you can write in terms of frequency using Laplace transform. So here you have JE S square plus DE plus D S plus KE plus K2 theta E minus DS plus K2 theta 6 equals 0. And then for the second one, J6 S square plus 2DS plus K2 theta 6 minus DS plus K2 equals T. Okay. Then you can write them in terms of matrix. Okay. So in matrix form, JES square plus okay. Okay, so the question asks you to determine theta 6 over theta 1. Okay. So theta 6 basically you solve for this part. Oh no, basically you, the question asks you theta 6 over theta 1. So here, so you need to find both theta 1 and theta 6. So your theta E just now is this one. So tulis dulu nanti lupa. So theta E equals theta 1. Okay. So first you need to solve for theta E. Okay. So to solve for theta E using Cramer's rule, replace this column with this column. So theta E equals 0t okay, so divided by a determinant. Okay, so determinant this one. Okay. So maybe you can write on the side like this is determinant of okay, tulis in full, okay? Okay, another one is you need to determine theta 6. So for theta 6, basically you replace this column with this column. So you got JES square and 0t and divided by determinant of this one, okay, of the whole matrix. And then after that, the question asks you to determine theta 6 over theta theta 1. So you simply divide this divided by theta E, okay? And then replace theta E with this one, okay? Okay, panjang lah jalan kira dia. And then after that, simplify the top matrix, the top determinant. So when you divide theta 6 over theta E, basically yang bawah ni hilang lah, cancel each other, okay? This one and this one is cancel each other. So you only need to solve the determinant on the top of both theta E and theta 6, okay? Tu buat sendirilah. Okay, any question?
So tadi nak dapatkan theta 6 over theta 1, theta E masuk dekat theta 1 tu sir.
Macam mana, sorry?
Yang
Theta,
kan sekat theta E masuk dekat
so theta 6 over theta E kan, theta 1 ya, theta E sama dengan ni. So kena ganti dulu. Dah ganti, dapatkan theta 1. Kena divide apa semua. Nanti baru ganti dalam ni.
Okay, sir.
Okay, jap. Okay, any question? Ah, yeah. Okay, any question?
Maybe tomorrow, sir.
Tomorrow dah start exam. Ni soalan lain. Hah? Okay. So kita ada request tiba. Kita ada request untuk bincang soalan lain. Bagi soalan seakan test esok. Bincang soalan test esok sir. Topik DC motor masuk midterm tak sir? Midterm tak masuk DC motor. So soalan test esok. Soalan test esok kita discuss. Siapa mencarut tu?
Jangan gaduh, jangan gaduh. Aduh, jangan gaduh. Alamak.
Aduh, kenapa gaduh? Relax Okay, kita ada request untuk bincang soalan Apago PDF, okay? Boleh nampak kan? Buruknya. Sekejap Check.
Terima kasih Aidil, terima kasih Aidil.
Daus ni bagus
Aidil
lah.
roommate, terima kasih. Aidil roommate saya tu sir.
Oh ya ke? Idea yang mana lupa dah.
Dia yang
Sedih.
dah bagus-bagus sikit. Dia perform. Cek.
Touching dia. Okay, so in this question, okay, nanti ada soalan just tanya, okay? So in this question, find transfer function G of equals theta 2 over T. So theta 2 dekat mana? Oh, theta 2 sini. So theta 2 is in the middle section. So to make your life easy, you can transfer all impedance to the middle section. Okay. And if you look at the gears, there are no spring or damper in between the gears. Okay. So when you transfer the impedance, you can just add everything on the on the shaft, okay, on the components. So first, we try to transfer the impedance. Okay, so first we transfer the J. So JE is first J1 times N2 over N1 square. Okay, so you make the middle section as your destination because in the middle section you have theta 2. Okay, it's easier to solve in the middle section. Okay. So transfer J1 to the middle section. So J1 times N2 over N1 square. So N2 over N1 square. And then you plus J2. So J2, you don't need to transfer J2. So just plus J2. And then plus J3 times N3 over N4. So J3 N3 over N4 square. Okay. So after you transfer the impedance, then you can calculate. So here, J1 is 2 times 12 over 4 square plus 1 plus 16 times 4 over 16 square. Okay. And then the next one is to transfer the damper. So damper D1, damper D2, and damper D3. So you transfer everything into the middle section. So effective damper equals D1 times N2 over N1 square plus D2 plus D3 times N3 over N4 square. And then you can calculate. So D1 is huh? 13. Please check, okay? Okay, after that, you transfer the spring here. Okay, spring K. So transfer to the middle section. So spring equals 64 times N3 over N4. So you get 4. Okay. After that, you can redraw the system. Okay, so that you can see how it looks like. So redraw the system. Damper, shaft, spring. And then one more thing is the torque here. So you need to transfer the torque into the middle section. So to transfer the torque, basically TE equals T times N. So here N2 over N1. So N2 over N1. Okay, so this becomes TE and theta 2. Okay, so you can draw the free body diagram. Then here you get first dE theta 2. Okay, so dE theta 2 dot, then KE theta 2 and JE theta 2 double dot, and then clockwise force TE. And then you can write in terms of equation of motion. So JE theta 2 double dot plus DE theta 2 dot plus KE theta 2 equals TE. Okay, write in terms of frequency. JES square plus DES plus KE equals TE. Okay, so you substitute with all the values. So you get 20S square plus 13S plus 4 equals so this one T times 12/4. So you get 3T. So equals 3T. So the question asks you theta 2 over T. So theta 2 over T. So you get 20S square plus 13S. Simple. Yang ni simple tak keluar lah.
Tapi saya sayang ada tak sir? Saya sayang macam ni.
Tak ada.
Tak ada. Hilang 10 markah, 20 markah. Cik.
Tak apalah. Nanti term depan ambil dengan orang lain.
Okey sir.
Okay.
Jangan doang macam tu sir.
Okay. So
Saya tak nak subscribe YouTube sir. Cik.
tak apa. Ada ramai subscribers. Tiba-tiba.
Oh.
Oh lah. Okay, so any question about gear?
Sir,
Yeah.
T tu memang tak ada square
Tak ada. T dengan theta tak ada square. Impedance je ada square. Like J, damper, spring. Itu kena square.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir kira yang ni satu DOF lah.
Ya, dia satu DOF. Sebab kalau tengok gambar dia, gaduh. Kalau tengok gambar dia, damper D1 for example, damper D1, it's connected to spring J1. Tapi at the same time, dia also connected to J2 through gears. Okay. So D1,
Maknanya antara J2 tu kalau ada spring dia tak boleh jadi 1DOF lah kan?
Ya, kalau ada spring kat sini, kena transfer semua sebelum spring tu. So let's say ada spring, then
Sir, dia ada relate tak dengan FBD kita buat tu? Kalau contoh satu bulat, satu DOF, dua bulat, dua DOF.
yelah.
Dia ada.
Kalau dua DOF, ada dua kali free body diagram. Okay.
Alright, sir, terima kasih.
So boleh nak tengok dekat TE punya calculation tadi? Cara-cara TE. TE.
Ni.
Okay. Oh dia tak ada square sir?
TE dengan theta tak ada square. T
Tapi
dengan theta.
theta di reverse. Tapi theta reverse kan sir?
Theta reverse.
Okay.
Tengok balik nota lah, saya rasa reverse.
Okay sir.
Sebab salah satu tu reverse. Sama ada T ataupun theta, salah satu reverse.
Okay, saya percaya sir lah kali ni kat video ni. Kita reverse kalau T tak ada square.
Okay. Soalan apa lagi? Satu lagi gear, okay. Kita tengok ada tak. So stop share dulu.
Sir. Nak tengok gambar soalan tadi?
Sekejap. Sekejap Okay, soalan tadi.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. So kita buat soalan yang last lah, okay? Atau esok sambung lagi. Okay, so I give you this exercise after mock test. So kita tengok question related to gears, okay? Question A. So question A, determine the numbers of degree of freedoms of the system, then reduce the system by removing all gears. So this is the system. Okay, so question apa tadi? So theta L over T. So theta L is here. Okay, so for this case, theta L kat sini. So tapi however the middle section is has more things inside the middle section. So it's easier for you to transfer everything to the middle section instead of transferring everything to theta L. Because when you transfer everything to theta L, then you need to calculate more, okay? So if you transfer everything to middle section, you only need to calculate T and also the damper. Okay, so two things only. But if you transfer everything from here to theta L, then you need to calculate the for T, for this shaft, for damper, for spring. So banyak benda, okay? So we determine the degree of freedom dulu. So tak payah determine degree of freedom. So we transfer the impedance, okay, and see how to transfer it. So first we transfer this damper to this section. Okay, to transfer to this section, you cannot add this damper to this damper because this damper has a degree of freedom here, okay? So in the middle here. So when you transfer this damper to this section, you need to add the damper as a new damper separately from this, okay? If you don't have the spring here, then you can add this damper to this damper. But since there is spring, then you need to draw a new damper, okay? So transfer this damper. So let's say we call it DE. dE equals 0.04 times N3 over N4. Okay, so N destination over N source squared. So 0.04 times 50 over 10 square. So you get 1 Newton meter second per radian. Okay. And then you transfer the torque. Okay, so to transfer torque, let's say TE equals T times N2 over N1. So you get 10T. Okay, after you transfer the impedance, then you redraw the system so that you can see the new system. Okay, so here you have the shaft. And then the first damper. And then after that, the spring. And then after the spring is the damper DE. And then wall. Okay, so one more thing need to transfer is theta L, okay? So theta L, let's say we call it theta E. So theta L times N4 over N3. So you get 1 over 5 theta L. Okay. So theta L will be here. So you get one degree of freedom here, 1 degree of freedom here. So we call this, let's say theta 1, let's say theta 2. And then here, theta 1, and also your TE. Oh, ini bukan theta L, ni theta E, sorry. Okay. So this is a 3 degree of freedom system. So 3 degree of freedom, but 2 degrees without the inertia or without the mass. Okay. So we draw the free body diagram. Okay. So first is this. So for this one, so on theta 1 you have damper this damper only. So the effect will be counterclockwise theta 1 dot. Okay. And then on the shaft you have TE. So TE will be clockwise. So TE equals 10T. And you also have this damper connected to theta 2. So you have theta 2 dot. And don't forget the inertia for this one. Okay. So inertia counterclockwise equals to theta 1 double dot. Okay. And now we draw the second free body diagram. So for the second free body diagram, you have damper and spring. Okay. So damper theta 2 dot and spring. And this damper is connected to theta 1. So you have clockwise theta 1 dot. And this spring is connected to theta 3 or theta E. So you have theta E here. Okay. And then for the last free body diagram, theta E. So on theta E, you have spring and damper, okay? So first spring, theta E, and damper, theta E dot, okay? So dE just now equals 1, okay? And this spring is also connected to theta 2. So you have a clockwise force or torque equals theta 2, okay? Okay, then you can write in terms of matrix or equation of motion. Okay. Okay, you can write this in terms of matrix. First, Laplace transform. So S squared plus 1 plus S. So this one you get. And the last equation. So minus theta 2 plus. Okay, you can write this in matrix form. Okay, then go back to the question. The question asks you to determine theta L over T. So theta L, mana theta L? So theta L here. So basically theta L is on theta E. So you solve for theta E. So solve for theta E. So you replace this column with this column. So determinant. And over the original matrix, determinant of original matrix. So you have okay. So this one will be equals 1 over 5 theta L. Okay. So kat sini tadi. So theta E is 1 over 5 theta L. Okay. So you need to simplify this determinant. Okay. So to simplify the bottom one, the top one, the top determinant. Basically, you look at the row or column that has the most zero. Okay, so here, this column here, you have the most zero. Okay, ada dua kosong kat sini. So you use that as your base to determine the determinant. So tutup ni. So this determinant becomes 10t times minus s times minus 1 minus S plus 1 times 0. So 0 je. So 10t times S divided by this matrix determinant. So determinant ni kenalah kira. Saya nak kira tak larat, panjang. Okay. So after kira tu, then you determine theta L over T. So you get 50S over something. Okay. Okay, any question? Dah 3:30, kita boleh habis lah. Okay, semua dah lemah ke?
Okey sir, kita orang okey. Kalau nak buat lagi soalan pun tak ada hal sir.
Tak ada, saya ada hal.
Okey. Okey, tak apa sir.
Saya lemah dah.
Sir.
Ya, okay.
Untuk direction theta tu bukan soalan ni, soalan tadi.
Allah. Soalan tadi.
Soalan tadi
Dia.
kan direction theta tu dengan T tu dia lain.
Ah.
Jadi effect apa-apa.
Okay, so bila transfer T ni ke sana kan, dia akan reverse direction. Sebab dia ada gears.
So dia ikut theta tu lah.
Kot. Pandai soalan tu.
Sebab tadi bila saya buat FBD saya ikut je.
Okay. Tak konsisten kan?
Markah bonus sir, markah bonus.
Tak apa, soalan ni itu quiz kan, tak apa. Entahlah. Tak apalah, anggap je lah pengiraan saya betul. Tak perasan tak dia reverse direction? Kalau soalannya ni bila transfer T ni,
So kalau macam contoh kita buat reverse, macam kita buat T tu dia lawan theta tu, so jadi negatif 3 lah kan?
Rasanya dia tak reverse lah. Dia akan tukar direction, dia akan ikut theta tu.
Oh, dia ikut je.
Sebab kalau yang ni, kalau soalan yang ni pun, kalau bawa T ni ke sebelah, dia akan reverse. Yang ni pun akan reverse direction. Yang theta L ni. Tapi in the end, direction dia akan jadi sama lah theta L dengan T ni. Dia akan jadi direction yang sama.
Sebab yang ni kan dia direction sama-sama dua-dua. Dua-dua sama.
So yang ni dia tak define pun theta 2 dia berapa. Direction theta dia berapa. So kita yang define sendiri direction dia. Macam theta 2 ni kita yang define sendiri. Direction dia sama dengan T. Macam yang tadi dia dah define kan. So bila dia dah define kan dia itulah dia. Macam tu.
Okay, masih sir.
Many marks for test. So test tomorrow 2 questions. So 2 question 25 marks each. Counted as 20%. Okay. This question, if come out, ranging from 15 to 25 marks. Okay. So kalau soalan ni tadi dalam 15 markah. Okey, kita sambung esok pula pukul 2.30. Tak sembahyang Jumaat kan? Ke ada yang pergi sembahyang Jumaat? Yang dapat pergi sembahyang Jumaat?
Saya dapat jemputan, sir.
Oh, pergilah.
Terengganu boleh.
Tengganu semua boleh eh? Biar betik. Hebat. Okey,
Saya rasa
okey.
dia tiba, sir. Dah tak solat tiba lagi.
Macam mana?
Terengganu dah boleh ke?
Oh, Tengganu boleh. Bagus.
Sebab kawan saya Terengganu, ID lu Terengganu.
Oh, ya ke? Oh, bagusnya.
Dil,
So-
bunyi sikit Dil. Bunyi sikit Dil.
So esok 2.30 okay? Sebab test korang pukul 5. So kita discuss sikit. Okay, discuss sikit. And then 4.45 macam tu soalan akan sampai ke email. Okay. So
Okay,
untuk esok kena hantar nanti saya bagi tahu macam mana nak hantar. Submission dia through Google Form. Okay, bukan dalam email, bukan email lagi dia. Tapi soalan dapat dari email, okay? Soalan akan dapat from email. But your submission will be through Google Form. So and also the submission will be by question, okay? So you submit question 1 and then question 2. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Dah pernah test online kan? Adalah lecturer ajar pakai cam scanner lah, apalah semua kan? Try lah guna cam scanner. Cam scanner tu macam lagi cun daripada gambar handphone. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Tu je lah kot. Okay, untuk hari ni. Any question?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, dah boleh dah. Bye-bye. Boleh dah keluar.
Okay, sir.
Okay, bye. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Aidil.
Tiba.
Aidil. Oh, saya tak keluar lagi. Saya dah keluar dah.
Saya tunggu rakaman dia. Korang kena keluar dulu.
Okay, sir. Maknanya serakam ni suara saya ada lah, sir.
Thank you,
Yelah,
sir.
suara annoying.
Oh, ya. Yeah. Okay, kalau macam tu saya nak promote dekat YouTube sir ni. Okay,
Sila promote. Okay, tiba. Bongit betul.
Okay, Assalamualaikum, sir.
Okay. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you everyone. Thank you yang datang. Good luck esok study, ada masa lagi.
Okay, sir.
Okay, boleh keluar. Shoo.